There is a quiet revolution happening. Increasing numbers of men over the age of 60 are choosing to step away from the dating market. Many people assume these men are resentful, while others label them as emotionally distant. However, both assumptions miss the mark. These men are not withdrawing out of bitterness. Rather, they have gained wisdom through decades of experience. Having navigated marriages, divorces, and relationships, they have seen both the rewards and the challenges that come with romantic partnerships. As a result, many have reached a deliberate conclusion: the demands and risks of modern relationships often outweigh the benefits. In this video, we will explore 6 brutal truths about why many older men are choosing a different path. We will reveal why solitude has become more attractive than seeking companionship and why this decision should not be viewed as giving up. Instead, for many, it represents a conscious decision to prioritize peace, freedom, and self-respect. Now let us get started. Truth number 1, peace becomes the top priority. For older men, the desire for peace is more than a personal preference, it is rooted in biology. In their younger years, men are heavily influenced by high testosterone levels, which encourage competition, risk-taking, and the pursuit of goals. Because of this, many younger men tolerate stressful relationships and conflicts, often feeling rewarded when they overcome challenges. As men age, however, their biological priorities change. The urge to conquer and compete gradually gives way to a desire for stability, fulfillment, and leaving a meaningful legacy. Research indicates that older men can be more sensitive to stress hormones such as cortisol. What might be a minor disagreement for a younger man can have a much greater emotional and physical impact on an older one. When a senior man avoids relationship drama, it is not necessarily because he is unwilling to invest effort. Rather, he understands that constant conflict can negatively affect his well-being. Emotional turbulence is no longer something he sees as exciting or manageable, he views it as harmful to his health. For him, a calm and peaceful environment is essential for maintaining quality of life and longevity. Truth number 2, the end of the rescue mission. Many men were raised with the belief that their role is to provide, protect, and solve problems. Over the years, they spend a great deal of time fixing practical issues, supporting loved ones, and trying to help people through personal struggles. With age comes a different perspective. After decades of experience, many senior men realize that not everyone wants to change, and not every problem can be solved by outside intervention. When they encounter individuals who continue to struggle with the same financial or emotional issues later in life, they are less likely to see themselves as the solution. Instead of taking on the role of rescuer, they seek relationships built on mutual responsibility and independence. They prefer partners who have already established stability in their own lives rather than those looking for someone to carry their burdens. Letting go of the need to save others can feel freeing, allowing them to focus more on their own interests, hobbies, and enjoyment of life. Truth number 3, no patience for relationship games. As people grow older, they become increasingly aware that time is limited. Because of this, many senior men place a high value on simplicity and efficiency in their relationships. Behaviors such as playing hard to get, giving the silent treatment, or engaging in emotional manipulation are viewed as unnecessary complications. Rather than trying to decode mixed signals or win someone's approval, they tend to prefer direct and honest communication. Their approach becomes straightforward: if mutual interest exists, they are willing to move forward. If games and manipulation appear, they are willing to walk away. The desire to prove themselves or chase validation often fades with age. This attitude can surprise people who expect a strong reaction or pursuit. However, senior men have typically accumulated enough life experience to recognize familiar patterns quickly. Tactics that once influenced them in their younger years often seem obvious and ineffective after decades of experience. Truth number 4, he is not lonely, he is independent. People often assume that a man who spends time alone must be lonely, but that assumption usually reflects their own discomfort with solitude. When someone sees an older man eating by himself, they may feel sorry for him. In reality, he may be perfectly content enjoying his own company and reflecting on his thoughts. Many men eventually learn that they don't need constant companionship to feel fulfilled. They become comfortable with themselves and appreciate the peace that comes from being alone. Relationships often require effort and emotional performance. When you're around others, you're expected to engage, communicate, and respond. Solitude offers a break from those demands. It provides a space where a man can simply be himself without expectations or obligations. That sense of freedom becomes deeply rewarding. Once a man learns how to comfort himself and enjoy his own company, relationships stop being a necessity and become a choice. Like any valuable luxury, he only welcomes one if it truly enhances his life. Truth number 5, the need for mutual effort. In the past, many relationships operated on the belief that a woman's presence alone was enough in exchange for a man's support and provision. Many older men no longer accept that arrangement. They evaluate relationships more carefully and ask what value both partners bring to the table. If they are investing their time, money, energy, and emotional support, they expect genuine reciprocity in return. Material rewards or physical intimacy alone may no longer be enough. They want emotional investment as well. They want someone who shows concern for their well-being, asks about their day, and offers care and appreciation. If a relationship becomes one-sided, where one person consistently gives while the other only receives, they may choose to walk away. Rather than pouring energy into an unbalanced partnership, they prefer to invest that effort in their own happiness and growth. Truth number 6, the attraction of indifference. One of life's interesting paradoxes is that a man often becomes more attractive when he no longer seeks constant approval or validation. The reason is simple: he is no longer easily influenced by the desire for attention or affection. He remains centered and in control of his emotions. If someone misbehaves toward him, he doesn't react dramatically. Instead, he maintains his composure and creates distance when necessary. Attempts to provoke jealousy or manipulate him have little effect because his self-worth does not depend on external validation. This confidence communicates strength and stability. Like a leader who doesn't need to convince others of his value, he carries himself with quiet assurance. This combination of kindness, wisdom, and emotional independence often intrigues people. They wonder what makes him different. The answer is straightforward: he is comfortable without needing anyone to complete him. The message is not that he has rejected love or relationships. Rather, he has moved beyond the need for validation. He remains open to companionship, but only if it is authentic, peaceful, and mutually supportive. Until such a connection appears, he is content walking his own path with confidence and self-respect.